I welcome you all to my official residence. I thank Mrs. Reinhardt for creating this opportunity which has brought us together. When I was in Australia last year, I had said that Australia has a special place in my heart. Even before 2014, I had visited Australia thrice. In fact, it is now almost 20 years that I have been closely following the developments in Australia. Since last year, I and Prime Minister Abbott are actively engaged to harness the potential for both sides. We have had extensive discussions during our two meetings since last year. The current visit of Mr. Andrew Robb is a further step in that direction. The book by Mrs. Reinhardt gives us useful insight in understanding the potential and problems in our mutual dealings. This program for release of the book is thus a useful occasion for the business and policymakers of both countries. I compliment Mrs. Reinhardt for producing a lucid reading out of her feelings and experiences at various investors. I have not yet been able to read the book fully. I could only have a cursory look. To evaluate the book out of the brief encounter will not be proper. However, I can say, with my experience in public life, that the flavor is different in the writing of an academic from that of practitioner. Similarly, the analysis of government policies by economists is different from that by those who are real stakeholders. I put the effort made by Mrs. Reinhardt in the latter category. Many of us sitting here may or may not agree with her observations. However, it is an honest and yet interesting account written by someone who is really stakeholder. Generally, an industrialist would not dare to say something in publicly. He or she may argue about government's policies in private. But to narrate the feelings and pinpoint the policy issues like this takes courage. This shows that Mrs. Reinhardt is not just an entrepreneur, but also a crusader for reforms. She has her own ways of looking at things. Her core area is mining, but she has her eyes all over. Her workplace is Australia, but she studies and compares various other countries. And then she is frank enough to say that what she thinks is good or bad. And therefore, this book is useful for analyzing the government policies and development processes across countries. She met me twice in the last few months, but at no time did she talk to me about her business interests. Last time when she met me, she requested me to release this book. That is how this program has been organized. I can say that she says all that she has written because she is concerned about the expectations of the society. She is trying to suggest the way in which they can be fulfilled. This should be clear if we focus on the title of the book in totality, which is Red Tape to Red Carpet and Then Some. To me, this sum looks more important than red tape or red carpet. Red tape or red carpet originate from this sum. While economy is important, the moral aspects of whatever we do cannot be overlooked. This sum symbolize the cultural values and the love for the country and society. It reflects in what Australians call fair go, and what is generally understood as level playing. This is necessary for creating opportunities and prosperity for the present generations. This is equally required for ensuring security for the future generations. Friends, human society is moving between no regulation to regulation, and then between excessive regulation and deregulation. It is all our own creation. And therefore, we must keep thinking what the right balance is. This sum requires harmony and balance. It indicates coexistence instead of conflict. It means that the process of development and that of nature's conservation can go together. It indicates harmony between the rich and poor, and between governments and the public. I fully believe in this, and I believe in what Mrs. Reinhardt called sum. This is because I believe in human values. I believe that a human being is inherently good, and he or she has to be given full freedom to make choices. This is the foundation of our steps which we have taken towards easing the regulatory environment in India. One such step is to allow self-certification in various activities. From students to entrepreneurs, we have allowed self-certification of documents and processes. For misdeeds of a small number, we can't punish all the stakeholders. So, trusting the citizens, including the corporate citizens, is the essence of our reforms. This is the basis of our efforts towards transition from red tape to red carpet. The industry of red tape thrives on doubt. The road with red carpet is built on trust, and thankful to Mrs. Reinhardt for highlighting the direction of our journey. In the last 1 year, we have made maximum efforts for changing the work culture. We have launched the Make in India initiative to encourage the growth of manufacturing in the country. This initiative also focuses on doing away with red tape and promoting the ease of doing business. The results are good. The sentiments for private investment and inflow of foreign investments are positive. Our growth rate is above 7%. FDI inflows have gone up by 39% during April 2014 and February 2015 against the same period in previous year. Many international financial institutions, including the World Bank, IMF, OECD, and others, are predicting even faster growth in the coming years. Moody's have upgraded the rating of India to positive on account of our concrete steps in various economic segments. Thus, we have restored the global credibility of India in terms of its governance and economy. This book reminds me one of my old statesmen. I have been saying that the problems of public administration will end if politicians learn how to say no, and if bureaucrats know how to say yes. This is the reason that we have devoted maximum energy on changing the mindset. In the book, Mrs. Reinhardt has also talked about our work and opening of bank accounts for the unbanked. In fact, we have now gone a step further. We are delivering direct benefits to the eligible people through these accounts. Our LPG subsidy transfer process is the biggest online transfer in the world. but it involves saying no to those who are not eligible. It also involves saying yes and delivering effectively to those who are eligible. The good news is that it is working very effectively, efficiently. And if it works in India, it can definitely work elsewhere. On my part, thank Ms. Reinhardt for understanding our initiatives in the right spirit. She has followed our elections of 2014 very closely. She is following what I said during elections and what I am doing now. I am happy that our actions have made an impact on the national and international community. Such examinations and interpretations give us the confidence that we are on the right path. They also encourage us to do more and more, better and better. I congratulate Mrs. Reinhardt once again for her work. On her behalf and on my own behalf, I thank all of you for sparing your valuable time. Thank you very much. Thank you.